Hello, YouTube followers. This is Cody.Weinmann here, musicianshelper.com. I'm here today just with, some surprising statistics about um, music therapy and how it can help people with ADHD. Um, I was reading articles online, and the main point that I came across online was that 84% of children and preteens and teens um, according to the Natural News website, naturalnews.com, to replace that and to have a natural therapeutic way of treating ADHD. Music therapy. I repeat, music therapy. I was reading articles on music therapy and writing my own article, which is available at the Yahoo Contributor Network. You could just go to Yahoo Voices and look me up, Cody.Weinmann. I'm under there. There is an article where I talk about ADHD and how music therapy on a regular basis can treat that and other disabilities. Um, it's important to realize that music can fire up the synapses on both sides of the brain and lead to different spatial connections that can help um, people who have ADHD or any other disorder for that matter treat themselves while engaging in a natural activity that is completely normal. It is completely free from side effects, which is the key. And for some people, they can over time replace those medications in full if they have regular music therapy screenings or appointments. There are too many people who are medicated. And the reason why I'm so vocal about this is because in this country, arts and music are cut to smithereens. They're one of the first programs to go. Music therapy, while it is a hot field, it is still emerging as a hotter field for people. It's still, I think, not known enough as a reputable treatment, a natural treatment option. And I think that's wrong because there are musicians out there who are willing to step it up and become music therapists to help kids, adults, elderly with their problems, with their weaknesses. And quite frankly, I've heard it argued many times, especially in my music history class and others that I've taken, that if we were subject to the right amount of music or the right kind of music, chances are there would be less and less people out on the streets. Half of our prisons would be free from harm, free psych wards. You wouldn't need so many people on psych ward, bed watch, and so many different medications because music equals ethos, and the ethos is the aroma or the juice that makes people emote. It makes people see things differently. It makes people react differently. But if you have the right amount of music or the right kind of music, this ethos will be channeled in a positive direction. What kinds of music am I talking about? Ambient music, house music, techno. Certain types of techno can have it. Any type of reverberant musical field that will allow the listener in a therapy setting or even at home to put on their headphones and just listen. This goes along with meditation. This is why meditation is so popular. They put on their headphones and they just listen intently to the music as it's being played. And after 30 minutes to an hour of session, in a therapy setting or at home, they're done. They're fine. Their worries are cured. The aroma is back in their spirit. The ethos is pumping in a positive direction. And you don't need medication. At least for depression and for ADHD and for all those other not, conditions that aren't as serious. You wouldn't say the same thing for epilepsy, but for diseases or conditions that, people are brought into because of stress or because of lack of attention, like bipolar, ADHD, those could be controlled naturally. Music has the power to heal people. I think as a culture, though, we forget that. We forget that music also has scientific and health benefits for certain groups of people. And if we forget that, that leaves tons of musicians out of work. And that's why, one of the reasons why music is cut, because we don't remember that music, the right kind of music, can soothe the soul and soothe the ethos. And another thing, we keep thinking that it's not used for ADHD or other conditions. It's used for the Justin Biebers out there, for the popular stuff. It's to be cool. Forget the cool stuff for a minute. There are people actually wanting to make a difference, a musical difference, and how people's lives are perceived, how they handle themselves, how they handle addictions and get over them, all of that. And I believe if we took a look at some of the research that is found by the Musical Therapy Association of America and other sources and books that are on music therapy, we would be a lot more educated and music would come back into the forefront as a palatable career, at least in a music therapy setting or a therapeutical setting. And musicians would have jobs. Musicians, this is a message to you. Get into music therapy. Get into writing meditation or mood music for people. They need it. I'm writing mood music for massage therapy clients that a friend of mine has. You can do it. It's not just government either. We as musicians have to stand up and say, this is what music can scientifically and health-wise do for people. Instead of us sitting around going, well, I can't make anything with music, what things do people need that aren't music related? We need to come up with ways that we can help people with our music and stop, ignoring the research that's out there. I'm probably going to continue on this topic in a later video in more detail. Sorry for the lecture. I know it's boring, but I just have to get it out. There's tons of research out there that will suggest that music therapy is the right way to go for people with ADHD and other physical and mental disabilities because it programs the ethos, which is in the mind, like I said. And if we have control of our minds by listening to the right kind of music, ambient music, then a lot of our problems would be solved. So until next time, let me know what you think. I'm probably going to get people tearing me down on this one, but I think it's important. And I think it's an area that we need to study again, honestly. Till next time, see you guys later. Bye.